Welcome to the Love Story Podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Green, where we are capturing the magic of every love story. You ready to finally get to the good stuff?
Yes. Finally, people can smile.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If they didn't listen to the last episode, they would have no idea what that sound was that you're referencing.
Okay, so that sound is the
Stop
sound
it. We don't
that
stop
Ashley
it.
makes when...
When I'm fiery, when I'm feeling a little spicy.
And it sounds like Mickey Mouse. Anyways, so a while back, your son, Jacob, reached out to me and asked if I wanted to go out to eat.
Shortly after you turned 19.
Yeah, he's 19 years old at this point.
The last time
So Mama
we were
can't
together,
say no.
What?
Mama can't tell him what to do anymore.
No, I cannot. The last time we would have been together when the kids were 4 and 7 through 8 and 11.
Yes.
And then now this would have been 8 years later.
This dude
man.
reaches out. This old man reaches out to me and asks if I wanted to go out to eat, if I wanted to get together. And then I said, of course.
What did you think when that text message came through?
I thought, heck yeah, Jesse, you did a good job.
Yeah.
You did a good job. You made an impact on this young man's life. And then my second thought was, oh, Ashley.
I'd finally gotten her out of my system.
Here she comes back. Like a mosquito on an elephant.
Yep. Trying to transmit diphtheria.
Yep.
Just keeps trying.
And
Give
so
me that old elephant leather.
I wasn't going to let myself go back there because I had shown too much vulnerability over the years,
Yep.
you know, and I was always the one
Yep.
reaching out, and I was just like, no, I'm not going to, because I thought about it.
Yeah.
I thought about emailing you and because I was blocked still, and I thought about emailing you and being like, hey, you're Jacob. I even thought about asking you permission, but then I was like, wait, no.
He's a man.
According to my calculations, he's old enough.
If I carry the 2,
Yeah.
he's a grown man.
Which 2? Where would there be a 2?
Jesse, I
He's
cannot.
19.
So
You
please
already did.
do not make me do that. Rudimentary arithmetic.
Anyways,
Continue.
so he reached out and asked if I wanted to go out to eat. I said, of course. So we went out to eat. I think that's when I started thinking about you again, though. I started, for whatever reason, you would just pop up. Not in like, it would be like I'd be talking about relationships with somebody. Mm-hmm. And then I would say, if there's anyone that I could have made it work with, it would have been Ashley. I've always said that. And
I've always said that you're the love of my life, but we just couldn't make it work.
yeah. And so you would just kind of come up in conversation, and things just started happening where it was like what are the chances of him reaching? Well, like, what, you know?
Yeah.
Really, dude?
Your mom,
You really
did your
want
mom
me
tell
to?
you that I bumped into your mom outside of the store?
No.
I'd pulled up. This was maybe like a year and a half ago, and I
Oh
pulled
yeah,
up.
yeah, she did.
Of course she
She
did.
did, yeah.
Of course she did.
Yes.
She pulled up outside of the
Yes, she
store,
did.
and what was her side? Well, how did that come up for you? She was there, and she was like, oh, I should come in and shop sometime, and
Yeah.
whatever. And
She just said I saw Ashley the other day, and I played it cool. You know, tried to be like, no big deal.
yeah,
Whatevs.
yeah.
Whatevs. Don't
Who?
matter.
Oh, sorry, Ashley. Who? Which?
Which one?
Yeah.
Let me get my black book.
My Rolodex.
Yeah.
Go to A.
AG, there she is. And you just kept coming up. And then, so at this point, I started selling insurance.
Well, first, no. Before this, so Jacob reached out to you, and you guys.
Oh, yeah, no. That was before the insurance thing.
Yeah, because Jacob reached out to you, and you guys. So that would have been May, and you guys were hanging out, watching Lord of the Rings together,
Yeah.
doing some stuff.
And then the second one, he fell asleep.
Yeah, and
We were on to...
the third one.
We need to take a break here.
No, I'm pulling up
Are
the
you,
email that you sent me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the last time I had to clear out my email box. It was like Google was going to start charging me to have email, and I was like,
you need to clear out
I
your
don't.
box.
I
Got
was
him.
I was like, no, I will not pay to have access to
Yeah.
my Gmail or whatever. So
Yeah.
I deleted a bunch of stuff. So I don't have all
Fight
of
the man.
I know I do. I fight the power. I'm like, no, don't. Nobody's gonna stick it to me for 89 cents. Yeah.
It takes forever though to delete this.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Girl, girl preaching to the choir.
So here it was, the middle of June,
Yeah.
and you and Jacob had been hanging out for a little bit, and I got an email. This was time stamped at 8:08 p.m. Read it?
Read it?
It's so quick of an email to read. It was such a little bloop. Hey, testing of an email. So I
didn't proofread this, by the way. So go ahead.
Well, was in my house. I'd walked in the house. This would have been June 17th, according to my calculations, was a Monday.
Carried the 2.
I was walking over to my sink, and my phone went off, and I pulled my phone out.
Was it actually Monday, or were you being facetious?
Yeah. Let me see. 9. My birthday was on a Sunday. The 9th was on a Tuesday. 9th was on a Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It was a Wednesday.
Oh, darn it.
It was a Tuesday.
Oh, got him.
It was a Tuesday. So on a Tuesday, I would have been at the house. You know you have. Yeah. Can you edit those out? Because it's embarrassing.
I love that, though. It's hilarious. Got him.
Stop it. Now she has more to edit out.
Sorry.
It was a Tuesday.
What are you going to do? Hit me again?
It was a Tuesday, which I would have been at home by myself. And so I went walking. I walked into the house. I was going to go let the dog out. And I went over to the sink. And my phone went off. And I was like, what could this be? Pulled it out. And I was like, Jesse Formanek emailed me. And that was my exact reaction. And I pulled it up and I was like, hi, Ashley. I drive by your shop regularly. And it appears that you're doing quite well. I hope that's the case. I'm reaching out because I was going to see if it would be okay if I were to stop by and say hello sometime? ? Keeping it flirty. I know you blocked me on social medias and probably on the phone, but I don't recall us ever hating each other. If you'd rather not have me as a visitor, that's okay too. Just let me know what you think. Jesse Formanek. So I responded immediately. Immediately. In my sent folder. Let me go into my, undo. I said, this would have been 3 minutes later.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I said, well, look who it is. And then I said, we never hated each other. I just found myself in a situation dating a guy who didn't feel great about me talking to an ex. It wasn't worth the fight, so I did what I had to do. Pop by anytime. Smiley face emoji. And I was fully expecting you to stop by. I was like, if he doesn't stop by the next day, he's going to stop by the day after that. And you did. 2 days later, you stopped by.
Yeah, that makes sense. If somebody says they're going to stop by,
stop by sometime. Sometime was like, how about now time?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
So then you said, an hour later, you said, I shall. Really worth sending an email for. And then, actually, it was 3 days later. Then you...
Oh, so it was 3 days later.
Yeah.
So it wasn't...
No, you dashed all my expectations. You held out so much longer than I had thought.
Heck yeah.
Then you said, well, it was lovely to see you. I'm so beeping proud of you, and I admire and respect you, because I was kind of dating someone. I know you're with someone, but if you ever find yourself wondering if old Jess would like to see you again, the answer is yes. Yes, he would. In the meantime, take care of yourself and your empire. And then and that was Email Corner with Ashley.
Yep.
And then that was it. I thought that was it. That was done. When you popped into the store, that was very nice.
Are you being facetious?
No, I'm not being facetious.
Why'd you just laugh?
Because you were looking away. It was nice. I had a nice time when you popped into the store. Yeah.
I always like seeing you.
Yep, it was good. We had an hour and a half of just hanging out or so. You bought some things. I gave you some things for free.
Because my mother was going to move.
Yep.
So I bought her some stuff for her dogs and
going away things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that was it for a month.
Still hanging out with Jacob.
And you had enrolled in the master's program.
Ugh.
And I was like, who is this master over here?
Yeah, and then I had the summer to think about it. And I was like, in order for me to be a teacher and do a master's program, I am going to go absolutely nuts. So I decided not to do it. Then I decided to sell insurance like a genius.
Ended up working. You answered an Indeed ad.
And then I have had a lot of jobs. So talking to my boss, he's like, after probably a month or so, he's like, you sure talk about Ashley a lot.
This was even before, like, it came up because you had said, my ex has a store downtown or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was
before
like,
he knew who you were.
Yeah, that we knew each other.
Yeah. And she's like, you sure talk about her a lot. It's like, yeah, I kind of do, don't I? And then I had a dream about you. And I told him I had the dream about you. And he's like, why don't you just go tell her how you feel? And I'm like, no way. She's over it. Like, no. It's like, why? I was like, because she's over it. Because it's not going to, it's just me putting myself out there for rejection. He's like, so what? And I was like, good point. Good point. So what? And so I went in there and I
came walking in the store one day.
Yep.
That day was also a Tuesday. I know that for sure.
Got it. And then there's no way I could have prepared myself for that interaction. You were so open. You were so honest. You were so vulnerable. I had never seen you that vulnerable.
I've gotten soft in my old age.
I just kind of laid it out there, and I said that I had been thinking about you. I said that I think I told you I had a dream about you.
At that point, yeah, you told me that you had a dream about me, and at that point you had told me that you and Jacob had been hanging out.
Yeah. And I had also told Jacob that I was going to stop into the store, and I told him that I'm not going to tell her that we've been hanging out, but I'm not going to lie to her if she asks. And then we told you how I felt, and then here I find out that you feel the same way. No?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. We sat here for 4 hours just chatting, talking, and nothing scandalous happened then.
Yeah.
It was just 4 hours of being very real and open and honest and vulnerable with each other.
And here we are, have been talking for like 3 hours. That's the problem. No, that's not the problem. That's the thing with you, is that time goes by like that with you.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, you're weird.
Which is why this is pulled into 3 episodes. We kind of knew it was going to be a long one.
Fruit flies when you're having fun.
We were at the store for 4 hours, and then even still, I was like, it's just messy.
So what is it? What is it that made you, like, give me another chance?
I was so afraid of you. But you seemed different, and you seemed so, and I had told you that when you came into the store, you seemed so much more at peace. Like, it was just so much more, like, you were just so much more honest with who you were and what you wanted, and in a way that was like, you had never really been that way with me ever before, and self-aware. But I still was like, I don't know. And then, because even then, after you came into the store and you were in here for 4 hours, it didn't, like, even that didn't do it for me. It was like you just kept texting me and just, I don't know what would have happened if you wouldn't have kept texting me. I would have thought about you. I would have been, I probably would have reached out to you at some point. But yeah, you just kept consistently showing up and just letting me know, hey, it was kind of that country song. And yes, if this is Austin, I still love you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
The golden pipes. Golden pipes of an old.
I'll still love you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like that, where it was, you just kept showing up. You were like, hey,
yeah.
I'm, hey, whatever. Hope you're having a good day. Also, like, I'm still here. I'm still thinking about you, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would send me like a super long, very honest and vulnerable text message. And then you would, a couple of days later, you would go back and accidentally thumbs up your own message.
No, that happened one time. Darn it.
I know.
Yeah.
Out of the blue.
I think that's when we
that was the turning point.
Turned the corner.
Yes,
yeah.
when you accidentally thumbs up your own message.
Because I was talking to a friend, and I was like, this is what I said to her, because that friend was asking how the interaction was going. Mm-hmm. And I said, this is what I said to her. And then I accidentally
thumbs up your own message.
And then I was like, shh. She's going to know.
And I saw that, and I was
like,
I said something. Oh, busted you going back and rereading your own text messages.
Yeah.
And then you said, nope, just making sure that I had said everything that I need to say, and I didn't leave anything left unsaid. And I was like, God.
And then you asked me if I did, if I had anything else to say. And at that point, I was like, God, just come back. You know what I mean? Just come back to me. Let's just do this thing. And sure enough, you done it.
Yeah.
And it's weird because it's like 10 years went by, but it doesn't feel like we missed a day. But it's so different, but it's so the same.
All right, let's talk vodka.
Not the boring, flavorless kind you panic buy before a party, but something with actual personality. Norman's Shuck Vodka from Garden State Distillery. This stuff is distilled in small batches in Toms River, New Jersey, and it's infused with oysters, seaweed, and sea salt. Basically, the Jersey Shore in a glass, minus the spray tans. They call it a dirty martini in a bottle, and they're not wrong. It's got this subtle salty brine, a little ocean breeze vibe, and a smooth finish with just a hint of pepper. Honestly, it makes your Bloody Marys, oyster shooters, and even your basic vodka sodas taste like you know what you're doing. Oh, and seafood? Forget it. This vodka was born to sit next to a platter of oysters. And because I negotiated like the feisty podcast host I am, you get 15% off anything from Garden State Distillery. Yep, the highest discount out there, exclusively for my listeners. Just use code LOVESTORY at gardenstatedistillery.com. You're welcome. Let's be honest. Most cookies out there are either too basic or too bougie. But Molly B's somehow nailed the balance. Bold, fun, and unforgettable cookies that actually taste as good as they sound. We're talking flavors like Be Cordial with chocolate and cherry chunks, Big Joe with fresh ground coffee and a hint of rum, Boba Doodles with Snickerdoodle and Boba Pearls, and everybody's favorite train wreck, the Hot Mess, with mango, white chocolate, and crushed hot Cheetos on top. I know. It sounds unhinged, but trust me, one bite and you'll be hooked. Molly's a single mom from Alaska who turned her kitchen experiments into a full-blown national sensation. Featured on Food Network, Martha Stewart Living, and even at the Grammy Awards. These cookies are indulgent, surprising, and absolutely addictive. And because I've got the hookup, you get 10% off your order. Yes, the highest discount they offer when you use my code LOVESTORY at mollybees.com. Stock up for gifts, hoard them for yourself, or both. No judgment here.
I know. You had told me that you had had a dream about me, and then you said, I'll tell you about it someday, if it matters or whatever. And that was sometime, maybe a couple weeks before you had thumbs up your own message. But you had told me that you had had a dream that we were grandparents together, and that you just wanted, or you had a thought about me, or whatever it was. And you
No, that was at the beach.
Yes.
That was at the beach, and I thought about me and you sitting there watching the grandkids on the beach. Just how fun that would be to be just sitting there old talking shit about little kids. And,
we used to talk about little kids at all of the kids' choir concerts.
You
did too.
I would never.
Yes, you did.
I would never.
Yes, you did. We would talk all those little twerps up
but
there.
How they weren't as good as Jacob and Erica.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
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 Make up little backstories about them or whatever.
Yeah.
And then that was just like, it was
Look
just
at
that
the growth. Look at
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know. That was always the most fun. Was just everything was so much more fun with you. Just
Yeah.
going to a kid's stupid choir concert and just like giggling in the back about like these like twerpy little kids up there. It was, everything was just so much more fun.
Yeah.
That was every little thing that you did was just, you were just laying the little Lego bricks of relationship and just like of pulling me back to you. When you had said the thing, when you thumbs up your own message, and then when you had said that you just had a thought of us being grandparents together.
See, but that's the thing. I think that was the biggest difference in how I was looking at it, is that it wasn't like this plan to get you back. It was just like, I just wanted you to know some things about our previous relationship. I wanted you to know that I cared about you, and whatever you did with that was okay. Mm-hmm. And that was the big difference, because at any other time I would reach out, I did have intentions. But this time I was convinced that you just weren't going to do it. So me having intentions would be a waste of everything. And so I was just genuinely proud of you, and I just wanted you to know that, and I wanted you to know that I cared about you. I wanted you to be happy and things like that. I did not expect us to get back together.
I didn't expect it either. And then all of a sudden here we are, reaching out together, just continuing to have the same open and honest and real conversations with everything that you were texting me. And I think that was the thing too, is like I had said this in one of the previous episodes with guests that we had on earlier today, that I had never pictured myself in a relationship with anybody, like to the end, I'd never pictured myself in a relationship and like dying side by side, not like whatever side by side, but like my last relationship, cyanide for me, cyanide for you.
Got it.
Good night. I had never.
I was thinking more like Notebook style.
Where we just
But
like.
you're talking about cyanide. Whoa.
As if we can plan to go out at the same time like the Notebook. That only happens in the Notebook.
True.
So I'd have to cyanide you. Babe,
That is the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
I would do that for you.
Oh my God.
I would do that for you. So you would never have to
Where
live
would
a day
you
without
get
me.
it?
Cyanide? A quick Google
The
search.
cyanide store?
Yeah. Do you know that cyanide is in apple seeds? Or is it arsenic? Or ricin? There's a lot of poisons I could use.
No, you're right.
Thanks.
Anyways.
I've done a lot of poison research in the last 10 years that you don't know about.
Good.
So anyhow, no, I had never pictured myself making it to the end of my life with certainly any of the people. I didn't know what that would even look like. I didn't have anything to model it after. And any of the people that I'd been with, I had just never seen any of those people being people that I would choose to give my life to live alongside, kind of like the last 10 years where it was just like all of a sudden it went by. I just assumed that the rest of my life would just kind of go by and then I'm dead one day and then, close the book on Ashley Green and then we just move on, whatever. But when you had said being grandparents together and whatever, and then you kind of snuck into my DMs and this like relationship that we just kind of, it's not to say that we stumbled into it, but we just like, I don't know what you would say. We didn't stumble.
We kind of did.
Kind of, but it was like, doing it holding hands. Like we stumbled into this relationship side by side with each other, and it was like, then all of a sudden here we are just like having the same kind of conversations in real life and getting to know the kids again and me getting to know Sophia and just like joining our lives. And, when you had said that you were selling insurance, I was like, that man is not going to be happy selling insurance. But just because you're such a doer and such a whatever and didn't really.
But jeez.
It just never fit in the image of what I thought.
Insurance is hard right now.
Yeah.
So it's not that I can't do it. It's just,
It's not that I never thought that you couldn't do it. It's just that I didn't think that you would be happy doing it.
Yeah, true.
So
okay.
That was what it was.
That is what you said, yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
I apologize.
So that was that. And so then you were doing all of that and whatever. And I was like, okay, we'll just, we'll hope he's happy, see how that goes and doing that. And then the more that we continue to blend our lives together, I think we were sitting outside by the fire when we discovered that Jacob had parent trapped us.
Yeah. He planned the whole thing. He said, if I didn't act, it wouldn't happen. I'm like, what? I did not think that was his intention at all.
He's pretty pleased with himself. 100% of his parent traps have worked.
Once your family gets involved, it's just like, I'm done. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. First it was Alyssa, then it was Jacob. So here we are.
And that was a pretty impactful night when we were sitting around the fire,
he opened up to me like I was Barbara Walters. He really.
Yep.
I wanted to say that from Half Baked. Opened up to me like I was Barbara Walters, but he did that night. That boy has got some emotional intelligence. Yes. I tell you what.
Yes, he does.
And it has taken me 37 years to be half of what that boy is.
He impresses me every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good egg. I got real lucky with that one.
Yeah, you did.
That was very little skill and parenting.
He did. I mean, no. See, but that's the thing is you're an amazing parent, but you did get.
I did get very lucky.
He's done well.
But even then, even like with Erica too, those kids have just always loved you because even then Erica was like, I was trying to have a conversation with her when she was like talking about the high school drama. And listen, if there is anything that I am here for, sign me up and give me all the high school tea, And I want to hear all of the drama that's going on in your life, but she doesn't open up to me about anything. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to read young adult novels to get my fix. Just easy listening child drama.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But she did say, I was like, will you just talk to me about this stuff? Just tell me what's going on. And she said, it's really hard for me. And this was like a genuine, she was not being facetious, which we have also said facetious way too many times in this podcast episode.
Edit that out.
Hey, you don't get to tell her what to do.
You don't get to tell her.
I'm just going to tell you. How about you just mind your own business and let Abby and I work out post-production and post-production.
Come on.
Carl.
Shoot.
So, yeah, in a serious moment with Erica, we were sitting and talking about it. And she was like, she said, it's really hard for me to open up and talk to people but if there's anyone that I think I would be able to talk to, it would be Jessie. And this was before you had thought, you were still like kind of tiptoeing around your relationship with her, trying to figure out like
the relationship with her, I have taken so delicately, because preseason she was much more difficult than Jacob, but now she's older, and I being a father and having Sophia, having a daughter, has like opened my eyes to a lot of things regarding women.
How are we, Jess? Tell us how
the way they are treated.
Ah, okay. Sorry.
Less equally.
Sorry, I jumped down your throat for a second.
You sure did. And the way it doesn't really matter if they're made to feel uncomfortable a lot of times. Mm-hmm. Your feelings don't really matter, because feelings for women are baggage, and then feelings for men are, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I have been tried to be very aware of her feelings and not making her uncomfortable, because she is hard to read. She's difficult to know where she's at. Mm-hmm. But then I asked her the other day, is that okay? I said, is it okay if I tell you I love you? Mm-hmm. She said, yeah. I'm like,
yeah, done.
Conversational,
Yeah.
And it's just like really.
Sorry it took you this long to feel
and
like
I
you
didn't,
could.
and I didn't.
And she, before that, she had said, you want to go for coffee in the morning? Like she asked, do you want a coffee date? And only 40% to get you to pay.
Yeah.
It was 60%.
60% about the conversation, 40% about the coffee.
The free coffee on
That's
her
a
part.
pretty good ratio.
Yeah.
And the thing about Erica, and that's the thing about you too, is that you've told me, you've pointed out my hesitation with her. Mm-hmm. And it's like, wanting her to feel comfortable and wanting to not make her uncomfortable is one thing, but it's also like, what are you doing here? Why are you wasting this time tiptoeing around her when she's showing you that she loves you and that she cares about you and she wants that relationship to grow again? I'm so grateful for you pointing things out to me and for that extra pair of eyes.
It's hard to parent alone.
And you're really good at it.
Well, you are
really
too.
Good at it.
There we are. Jacob parent trapped us, and Erica loves you, and Sophia is just the sweetest little thing. She asks about you every time I pick her up. What's Ashley doing? Well, how was your day? How's your dad doing? How am I doing? Where's Ashley? First question is, where's Ashley? Second question is, what are we having for supper? That's how that works. Well, we are doing, I think, a pretty good job doing life together again, and there's nobody else that I want to do it with, so yeah, me too. We should probably, I don't know, get married or something. Probably. Yeah. Probably a good idea. Yeah, maybe I'll say yes if you ask. If you decide to make a sizable purchase. Oh, I'll ask. But anyways, I don't know. Can we talk just for a couple minutes about like how different it is? This is my podcast, Jesse. We could talk about whatever you want. We could talk about whatever you want. Okay. Are you being facetious? That's the second F word that you are going to get bleeped for saying. What are some of the things that you... Oh, taking on the role of host. I like this. Yeah. So what are some of the things that you... No. It's not my voice. I know. That was really bad. What are some of the things that you have noticed that are different? I've been really looking at, like, it's got to be different, right? Yeah. It has to be different. Yes. And it is different. It's very different. What are some of the things that you see with us that stick out to you as, like, refreshing and like, yeah, we can do this? When I came into the store today, all fired up about our joint calendar, and some of the chick's birthday was on there. And I was Don't do that, Jen. Don't make that mistake. I can't, yeah. And especially because you can barely remember my birthday, but you've got this other chick's birthday. Hold on, we're not fighting. Yeah. I parked. Are you sure? Tell that to yourself. Holy. I parked the car and I got myself all worked up and I came walking in and the first words out of my mouth were, who is so-and-so? And you were sitting there and you were like, the body pillow chick? Why? And I said, because her frickin' birthday is on my frickin' calendar. And I went walking back to go put my backpack down. And I was, even when I said it, I was like, I wasn't even committed to being angry, which is a huge change in me where I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I had the little mini temper tantrum and I wasn't even committed to it and fine. I can tell when you're truly angry. I really can. And you knew that I wasn't really committed to it?
Yes.
Well, all right.
It's in the walk, the way you walk. That's when you can tell Ashley's pissed, is how she walks.
I didn't walk in like that today?
No.
Well, then.
It was a half-assed, angry Ashley at best.
Well.
I just had to give you a little attention.
And that's exactly what you did. I was not committed. I wasn't going to even be committed to being angry. And you were committed to, okay, I'm going to do what I have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And just play the role. And I think that's different because it has never, because it's like, because you get a chip on your shoulder, not you, I mean like, yeah, like one gets a chip on one's shoulder and then one goes, one? Do I have a chip on one's shoulder?
One? Anyways.
So? Does one have a chip on one shoulder?
Does thine have a chip on thine shoulder? Anyways.
Yeah. So that was different. It was just the being able to like have a mini temper tantrum and that it didn't derail anything. It was just like, okay, fine, back to it. The openness and honest conversations that we're having, that is all entirely different. Just you're so much more peaceful of a person and you're so much more kind, kind to yourself. And you are so much more kind through having to have the tough conversations, that it's just it's not a shame-based conversation that we're having. It's not but you did this or you did that. And it's not shame and blame, but it's more of
one.
Yeah.
That's a big one where it's it's not about how am I going to one-up you, because that.
Yeah. Nice try,
What?
One-upping me?
No. Oh.
Sorry, this isn't
Yeah, I think we're going in different directions here.
Shoot. I'll start walking your way.
You start walking mine.
We'll meet in the middle. Neath that.
Keep going.
Was waiting for you to pick it up.
We
Old
gain
Georgia
a lot of
pine.
ground, 'cause we both give a little. Ain't no road too long when we meet in the middle. That's what love is all about.
Cut. What do you think is different? Sorry.
Would you grow up? Oh my gosh. What?
That's what love is all about.
How on you? Come on now.
All right, get serious. It's time to get serious.
We need a Brooks and... Is it Brooks and Dunn? My
Underneath
impression of Brooks and Dunn.
lights of a neon moon.
Yeah, I switched directions there without telling anybody. What I think is different... I mean, there's a lot that is different. I think a big one that I've noticed that has really surprised me about you is that it's not me against you. And not that it was always me against you or anything like that. But
it was me against the world for a while.
I think you recognize that I'm not here to try to compete with you. I think you recognize that me trying to help doesn't take away from your independence.
And that's hard because especially now that you've decided that what we have decided together is that you're going to do full-time
Green thumb, etc.
Well, it's not full-time green thumb, etc. You're going to have your own full-time thing and I'm going to have my own full-time thing and we'll just be there helping each other. We're going to spend a lot of time together.
Yeah, we sure
and,
are.
And it's hard for me to sometimes allow help, but.
Yeah. And
But you're very good at being respectful.
I would rather not do anything than do something that's going to get in the way of what you're trying to, and I'm talking literally at your store. I'd rather not do something than do something that might potentially get in the way of what you're trying to accomplish with said thing.
Right.
Because I do recognize, hey, this is what Ashley has built. So I'm not going to come in and be like, oh, let's change this brick and that brick. You know what I mean? You have a foundation. One of the big differences for me is that I'm no longer in a situation where I can't function because of the anxiety. The anxiety is something that I've learned to manage, I've learned to live with, I've learned to accept, and it's not insurmountable. Right. It's not impossible. It's something that you do need to work with and work on, but it's something that you can get through and you can, and I don't even want to say overcome because I think it's something that I'll always have, but you can work with it. It doesn't have to be this scary, this boogeyman it's just a part of me. It's not me. It's not the whole thing. That's a crucial part for me in any relationship, romantic or not. I need to understand that, I need to be at a place where I can give, and I'm at a place where I can give,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think we're going to be just fine. You're the only person that I want to keep doing life with and make it work with, whether it's good or bad or ugly or whatever, or tough or whatever, because I think it's, all of the things that you hear about relationships where it's like, oh, relationships are hard and whatever, and it's like, it's not the relationships that's hard, it's the not saying the mean thing that's, like that can be hard if you want to say the mean thing, but just keep working at it and just, figure it out.
Yeah.
Just figure it out.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
That's what I always say. Just figure it out.
Start walking your way.
Yeah. And take the old dust off the bottle, Well, what do we think? Are we finally done talking about ourselves and how great each other is?
How great each other is?
How great we are. How great I think you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Do you have any parting words that you want to say? If there's a turtle on a fence post, somebody put it there. Those are some wise Formanek words.
That's kind of my thing.
That is your thing, but you chose not to say it. I did steal it. You put that in my first birthday card that you gave to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because those are,
I said that in my brother's best band speech.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
People thought you were an idiot.
Yeah, they thought, but that's what it's for, is to make you think I'm stupid. Because it's like saying, one of my favorite words is irregardless.
Yes.
Because it's like, people don't know if you
actually
know that that's not how you're supposed to say it.
And nobody wants to correct you.
Yeah, and they won't correct you, so it's hilarious. Or for all intensive purposes.
Yeah.
It's I love doing stuff.
Now you're just patronizing me, Jess.
Well, don't patronize me.
Okay.
Anyways, all right.
Let's sign off. Love you a lot.
Love you too.
I'm not even gonna mention sweet baby Toby. Okay, fine, whatever.
Oh.
Well, we are new.
Let's do
Just a baby Toby update. We did become baby Bassett parents.
Baby Bassett Hound.
Yeah.
Toby, he's a good boy, but
he came into our life through, I would say, ill-gotten gains.
What's serendipitous? Very serendipitous.
I feel like you're mocking me.
No, I'm what? No, I'm
Good.
not.
Good.
I would never.
It was almost ill-gotten gains was how we got Toby, because we went to go visit Jacob at his apartment and have dinner, and there was a puppy running around the parking lot that the kids scooped up, and we were like, ours now. We weren't even going to try
but
and
it's not like we... No, you weren't. You weren't. I suggested we should probably
and I said
post on Facebook.
Oh, yep. Okay. We'll do that.
But anyways, so we're at Jacob's apartment, and there's this little puppy, and they found it, and we couldn't find the owner. We didn't try very hard. But then it was like, we were all there. It was me, you, Jacob, Erica, and Sophia.
Everybody loved this dog.
Yes. I looked at you and I was like, yeah, we're going to have a dog now.
We're bringing this dog home.
And then you went to take the dog out to the bathroom, and
his owner came walking by.
Yep, said, give me back my dog. And I said, why are you talking like that? No. And gave the dog back, and then we went and got little Toby.
Well, because actually the way that it happened even more, I took the dog out to go potty, came back inside with no dog, and I was like, as quickly as they come, they go, guys. It was just not meant to be.
But that's the thing about that, is that I think you and I were more like
in for a dog than the kids were.
Set on getting a dog, because none of them really made that big of a deal out of it.
Oh, no, Sophia was like, so no puppy, and she was pretty bummed about it.
Oh, yeah.
Jacob, it was like, whatever. It's his apartment. He doesn't live there anymore. Yeah. He was like, whatever. And I think Erica was she wanted to just go shopping for the puppy. Yeah. So that was her biggest thing. So, but yeah, Sophia was pretty bummed.
That it was
You're right. It was mostly us. So long story longer is... Yes. It was the two of us that were having melancholic feelings about no longer having a new addition to our family, a petite canine baby.
Yeah, and then we found
we were looking.
Toby.
Well, it was probably 40 seconds of silence, and you looked over at me and you said, so should we start looking now for another dog or wait till tomorrow? So then we jumped on Craigslist and we found one dog that he said, come and get it. And then he said, actually, never mind. I changed my mind.
Yeah, we were going to go get it. And then he's like, never mind. My brother ain't selling it. Okay,
and I said, why are you talking like that?
Rid of it. And then I said, I don't know. My southern drawl.
Yeah.
And then,
then
we found Toby. And
first you were like, no, I don't want a Basset Hound. And then you were like,
was I?
Yeah, you did. You're like,
really?
no Basset Hounds. You were very Mark Formanek in that moment. And then I was like, look at the face. And then you were like,
okay.
Yeah, show me him again. And I pulled it up and you're
Yeah,
like, all right, I'm going to call about it.
He is a cute little boy.
So then I reached out about it. I said, would you take less than what they were asking? And then they didn't say anything right away. And then you were like, I'll offer full price.
Yeah. Because they had other people inquiring.
Did they?
Oh, yeah.
All right, then there you go.
But,
we finally, by the skin of our teeth, got sweet little baby angel Toby. Yep. You went down to Kimball the next day to get him.
I was thinking about that today. We need to figure out something better for his potty training. Because he just goes in his crate.
Luckily.
He doesn't wait to get in his kennel. I'm just saying we have to figure something else out.
Well, I think we just need to be more consistent. And this is Parenting Puppy Talk with Jesse and Ashley.
Jesse with the green machine.
An old J4. I am very excited with you working in the basement, and we can now have walkie-talkies employed. So we do have walkie-talkies.
Over and out.
Yeah.
Breaker.
Yeah.
But you have to.
J4, this green machine.
You have to say over and out or.
I say over and out all the time.
Come back.
Yes, I say that all the time.
Otherwise, I don't know if you're done.
Yes, and the last time that happened, I was like, I don't know if he's done or not because you didn't say anything. And so then I said, okay, over and out. Because this is my walkie-talkie signal.
But that's your phone signal. There you go.
Yeah. Hey.
Breaker
19 J4, the screw machine, over. Do you know what breaker 19 means?
No.
That's the channel that the truck drivers use. It's channel 19. So if you need to break in with news or whatever, you say breaker 19. And that is Trucker Talk with Ashley Green.
Anything else you'd like to hear about? Just Toby?
Just Toby.
And then 10 minutes of...
Breaker 19.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do love you like crazy.
Well, I love you like crazy.
Cool. Well, that's good.
Yeah. All right. I'll re-up.
All right, then.
Cookies shouldn't be boring, and Molly B's clearly got that memo. These are bold, gourmet, artisan-crafted cookies, like hot Cheetos in a cookie bowl. My listeners get 10% off the entire site at mollybees.com with code LOVESTORY. Go ahead, treat yourself. Your taste buds will thank you. You know how some vodkas taste like regret in a bottle? Yeah, this isn't that. Norman's Shuck Vodka from Garden State Distillery is basically a dirty martini already bottled up for you, infused with oysters, seaweed, and sea salt. My listeners get 15% off, so go grab a bottle, shake up your cocktail game, and thank me later. Use my code LOVESTORY at gardenstatedistillery.com.
Thank you for listening to the Love Story Podcast. You can subscribe to the show, and you can follow us at the Love Story Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Do you think you have a love story for the ages? Do you think you have a love story that's like a meet cute? Or maybe you just have a regular old love story, but you guys have been together for so long that you don't even remember how you met? We would love to have you on the Love Story Podcast to tell your story. Every love story is unique. Every love story is special. And whether you think you've got a cool story, a funny story, or just a heartwarming story, or just a story of the everyday, regular old love, that's the kind of stuff we want to hear. Reach out at info@lovestoryweddingshow.com and we will schedule a time to get you featured on the Love Couch. If you're not local, we have the capabilities of doing it digitally as well. So don't forget to reach out, info@lovestoryweddingshow.com, or head to the show notes.